Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Thursday and welcome to the Pagan Housewife. We are going to talk about smelling the roses today. And naturally, if you are fortunate enough to have roses in bloom, I hope you take every opportunity to enjoy their color, their texture, their perfume, even their thorns. They really are one of the delights of the season. And no doubt most people watching this video are also familiar with the metaphor of stopping to smell the roses, or in other words, to take the time to enjoy the blessings of life. Now, for the conscientious hearth keeper, this may prove easier said than done. It's all very well to romanticize the idea of, your household's well ordered and under control, and you're enjoying the benefits and looking quite aesthetic while you do it. But if we are being honest with ourselves, it's quite easy to get lost in the hustle and bustle of life and be so distracted by our never ending to do list that we become blind to absolutely everything except for the next task, which, of course, is of vital importance, if not an emergency, and must be done immediately. This is why all of us are prone to getting frazzled from time to time, and why it can be so difficult to just relax and declare that we are done for the day, and to have the confidence that we're not going to be setting ourselves for an unduly hectic tomorrow. And sometimes the most competent and dedicated hearth keepers are the people most prone to this kind of anxiety because they care so much and because they might be trying to achieve perfection rather than excellence. And perfection, of course, is an illusion. It's a concept that is airless and lifeless. It is completely inconsistent with reality, no matter what side of the veil we're on. And honestly, a pox on anyone who has ever encouraged people to strive for perfection, because that idea has set people up for failure and frustration. But excellence, by contrast, it is about some arbitrary or unattainable goal or standard. It's about making things the best that they can be at the time. Now, by way of illustration, I'd like you to visualize two tables being set for a nice dinner. One table has china of the finest quality, but the dishes could definitely use a wash and everything's skeltered, kind of scattered, helter skelter. It's disorganized to say the least. But the other table has everyday dishes, and they're very neatly arranged with all the implements needed for the meal. And someone can come in, sit down, relax, and just enjoy the company of the people around them. So, which table achieved the excellence? Clearly, it was the one made fit for purpose, not the one that had the highest price tag or the most expensive china. I bring this up because we live in a fairly materialistic culture, and what's worse about it is that it isn't even the kind of materialism that admires things of high quality, as rather it's pure pretentiousness. It's just based upon how much did I pay for it, not how well is it made, how long will it last, do I actually like the damn thing? And I think it's well worth us rejecting that distorted sense of value, because not only is it misplaced snobbery that ignores true quality, but it also looks down its nose upon anything that's serviceable, humble, plain, but serviceable, and think that, oh, that's just beneath its dignity. I find that a rather repulsive trait. And because the vast majority of humankind, when it comes to our material goods, we are operating in the realm of choosing serviceable items because the highest possible quality is generally out of the reach of everyone's budget for good reason. That's one of the reasons why it's the highest quality. You're having a lot extra put into it. And now, of course, we should strive to get the best quality of what we can afford of anything, but the purpose of that is not to show off, to people who we probably don't like anyway. But the purpose of trying to choose quality, as far as we are able to, is so that we can have something that will hopefully last us for a long time and be useful to us. And whatever our possessions may be, if they are taken care of and if they are well presented, then that is enough. That is excellence because it is making the best of our circumstances. Now, putting aside any insecurities on that front, there's also the matter of our psychological insecurities that get in the way of us truly enjoying our lives, smelling the roses, as first was mentioned in this video. Now, rather than list all of the various things that can rattle our cages, I want to just get right to the underlying root of it all. Namely, that it's this feeling that we, or what we're doing, or what we have, isn't good enough in some way. It's quite difficult to tackle this insecurity because most of us who are pagan, we're always trying to improve, we strive for it, and that makes us open, at least to an extent, to constructive criticism or observations. But telling the difference between a genuine need for improvement and nitpicking that tears us down can be quite the challenge. And learning to have an open ear for the former and a closed ear to the latter isn't something that you master overnight. And that's why I suggest that one's capacity to stop and smell the roses is quite a useful litmus test. If we are able to set aside our cares for the moment, to be satisfied in our accomplishments, and feel able to enjoy the good things we have in our lives, then we're probably on the right track. But if we are frazzled and forever anxious, and we fear that the world will just fall apart if we take a moment's rest, then it is obviously time to reassess what we are doing and why we are doing it. The creativity, the love and joy, passion, and invention of the gods is visible everywhere on earth. Their fingerprints are just absolutely everywhere. And we know from our lore and inherited stories about them that they are not afraid to step back from their work, take a look around, enjoy their results. And honestly, neither should we be. So that's my thoughts on that topic. Share your own with me in the comment section below, or come share your thoughts at Blackbird's Brew on Gilded. There's a link to join us in the description box below, and you would be very welcome. But that will do it for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.